welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be setting up Paycheck 2 for the month of April. So we are just going to jump right on into it. If you're new to my channel, my name is Janelle. I do all things budgeting. I also include work week lunches, grocery hauls, and meal planning. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So we are going to be working out over here. So I've already kind of put down the things that I am going to be budgeting for. So I did forget to add one thing on here. So let me make sure I add it on here. But this is everything, so we're just going to be filling in the numbers together, okay? So we're going to first start off with my income. So I am going to be budgeting $1,230 because I am going to start getting my health benefits taken out. So I'm just not exactly sure how my income is going to be structured. And then for a rollover, I am just going to budget out $150. And then for commission and other, I'm not budgeting anything. And I have not done the totals for these. So let me tell you what I'm projecting. So we have 1230 plus 150. We're looking at 1380. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go down to my expenses. So this half of the month, because of the way that my billing period is set up, pretty much everything was paid with the first paycheck, which is really good because I don't have to worry about it. And I did have more money at the beginning of the month than I do on this half of the month. So we have my transfer, which is a bi-weekly payment that I put into my household account to pay for our household bills. So I am budgeting $300 for that. I have my buffer that I started back in February to build up a month's worth of bills to sit in my account at all times. Right now I'm just keeping it in my savings account. And that buffer, I'm budgeting $50. For Great Lakes, that's my small student loan, I am budgeting $52, and I am currently taking that money and putting it into my Wells Fargo savings account to save up to pay for it. I am hoping that by the end of the year, I will be able to have all of the money that I need to go ahead and pay off that student loan that I have. It's the only one that I have, and after I pay off my car, that is going to be the next goal on my list in terms of debt. Capital One Auto, I am planning on hopefully putting another putting a $300 principal payment to my car. One of my goals this month was to get my car loan under $1,000, so I am working towards doing that. And then I do have my Discover card that me and Brennan share. We have some money on there that we want to go ahead and kind of pay off. So I am budgeting that I will put about $200 to that card, and then he will pay like the other half or whatnot. We'll see how we figure it out, but we want to get that balance down. And so for the total, we're going to go ahead and add all of this up. So we have 300 plus 50 plus 52 plus 300 plus 200 equals $902 that we're budgeting for our expenses, or for my expenses. Now down to my cashless cash envelopes. I have 5 envelopes. They are groceries, gas, household, personal, and miscellaneous. For groceries, we are budgeting $70. For gas, we are going to be budgeting $90. Gas is like so stinking expensive right now. It just doesn't even make sense. Or maybe it's always kind of been like this, and I've just been so used to last year paying like $1 and some change for gas. For households, I am budgeting $15. For personal, I am budgeting $65. And then for miscellaneous, we are going to be doing $34. And of course, for miscellaneous, and miscellaneous is kind of like my play money. If I ever want to just go and buy something randomly or do anything, I can go ahead and use that money. I was originally doing like $20 for the month, or like 15, like $30 for the month. It wasn't really working out. And since I have been putting just a little bit more money into my miscellaneous, which is my goal to be able to put more money in later on, I have definitely cut back on spending money that I don't need to spend and putting that towards debt. I do still have some purchases, of course, that I can't cover with my miscellaneous, but it has definitely come back a whole lot. So right now I'm comfortable with like $34 every 2 weeks. I'm doing pretty good with that, but I know that I'm going to probably want to do a little bit more later on in the future. So this should come out to 274, but I am just going to double check and add these up. 15, 65, and 34. 274. Now we're going to go over to my savings. So I have savings one, two, and then I have my emergency fund. Right now, my savings one is with my Capital One card, Capital One checking and savings account. Savings two is with my Wells Fargo card or account, and then my emergency fund is what me and Brennan share in our household account. I am currently not putting anything into the Wells Fargo account. I'm just a little disappointed because they do not give me like a monthly interest. It's based off like a yearly interest. And just right now, I don't feel like it's worth it. At some point, I will still keep maybe like $100 or so just in there at all times to have something in that savings account. But I have just removed myself from saving money there, and I'm just focused on my savings one and putting money into my emergency fund. So for savings one, I am budgeting $15. Like I said, nothing for savings two. And then for my emergency fund, I am budgeting $42, which brings me to a total of 57. I should have our emergency fund hopefully fully funded just to 1,000 currently. It's not where we want it to be, but it is our starting point, which is going to be $1,000. So by June, that should be fully funded. So I did go ahead and put some more money towards that, if that makes sense. So we're at 57. So now over to my sinking funds. For my car fund, I am doing $1 right now. It's very minimal because I am paying off my car right now, and once it's done being paid off, I am trying to go about 2 years without having a car payment before I get into something else, and I'm wanting to potentially get an SUV, so I just want to be able to have a nice, healthy down payment whenever it's time. So even though I'm not doing anything quite right now, putting something rather than nothing is good, especially if in case something bad happens and I do have to end up getting a new car sooner rather than later. At least I'll have something at some point. For car maintenance, I am budgeting $15. For clothes, I am budgeting $13. For fun, I am budgeting $35. I did add some more money to this because we are planning on taking a little trip to Austin next month. And so that's going to kind of be like our first outing since last year, October, I want to say. So this should be fun just to enjoy some time together and watch a race. So I am putting just a little bit of money towards there. For health, I am budgeting $10. For holidays, I am budgeting $5. Of course, when I get to June, I will then, and I'm not saying, of course, like y'all already know, but I'm just saying for holidays, once I get into June, that's when I'll start putting a little bit more money towards holidays so that I will have the money that I would like to spend by mid to end of November so that we can enjoy our first Thanksgiving and Christmas here in our home. And then for home, we are actually budgeting $30. here. And for our home, we are wanting to do a couple of projects, like small projects. So we're probably going to be using some money out of this here. For 30th birthday, I am budgeting 5. I'm still trying to finalize everything that I want to be able to do for my 30th birthday. And so I will begin to put some money in there too. But I'm not doing a whole lot, y'all, because I'm not the one that's really going to be paying for it, if that makes sense. And then lastly, my investments, I am planning on putting $15 towards that. And that should bring me to a total of $129. So now we're going to go down to our summary to see where all of this money takes us. So for expenses, we are budgeting $902. For cash, we are budgeting $274. For savings, we're budgeting $57. And for sinking funds and investments, we are budgeting $129. And I'm just going to go ahead and add these up over here. 274 plus 57 plus 129 equals 1362 evenly, you guys. So really close, and that leaves me with $18 that I will just pretty much roll over. We'll see what actually happens. I don't want to leave my checking account at 0, so I'll probably just keep this in here to roll over for May. But this is what I plan to do with my paycheck too, you guys. So stay tuned for the budget review to see what exactly happened for paycheck number 2. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.